Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back with another Paladins video, only playing Summon NYX today with the F sort of setup. I have covered this before, like a year or two ago, but I've really come around to it recently, especially after the nerfs she had, which I talked about in the last video. Probably going to go for Subjugation as well, which I've barely ever played with. Same sort of thing with Abyssal Breach, but I don't really want to make a video on this one. It's still a bit iffy. Shout Force, of course, is the default, and you don't really need to go for this time with the build, but I'm going to do it anyway. I still have the other bonds set up here, which I'm pretty sure are very close to the same thing. There isn't really much I can say about the build here, just extra F radius, extra F damage, and then the rest of the stuff, which I run in all of the NYX builds, like cooldown reduction with the right click. I was gone for a little bit just because our little dog was ill. Everything seems to be fine now though, and I should be back to consistent uploads at least till the end of the month. We've got Pip, Ying, Seven, and Kazumi. Onslaught, Marauder, Sport, assuming obviously everything goes fine, but yeah, Grover, Ying, Lilith, Ceres, Sky for their side. Definitely not the best scenario here for it because they don't have a tank. You usually want to run this in a scenario where you can get the easy tick damage because it's based on max health off of like a Makoa, and a Ram would be sort of ideal on their side, or you know, that sort of thing. But Subjugation does kind of ease that a little bit because of the root. But yeah, I just thought I'd point that out. Even though it is still really strong, it doesn't matter that much. It is definitely a little bit better against tanks in my experience. But we've got Mega Potion, which is a bit interesting here. Focusing on Haunted Ground, Spring Loaded, Murder Sin 10, Debilitate. I'm in a bit of a tough spot. Big Mega Potion from the Pip, but I don't really know what I can do here other than maybe getting rid of the Lilith because we don't have the kit. Never mind. Pip Mega Heal there again. Sometimes you end up kind of popping the F early because you can't see the duration and wasting a bit of the time on it, which is just nice to have because it does actually deal pretty good damage with this setup. And obviously it's just a really strong ability anyway. Don't know if eventually I'll just get better with the timing, but we're in a bit of a weird spot here. I could go for an ult maybe. Yeah, see if we can get something with this. I do a bit of a jump for some movement. You don't really need to. It doesn't really do that much. Big hits here though. There's an F as well. Ying, I think Ying also ulted. A drop a Q here. That didn't go out. There is a bit of jank with NYX's ability. Specifically the wall is kind of weird. All of them feel a little bit awkward to you know, play the timers and activations on. Can't really believe that it took me that long to die, but the Ying plus Pip just cleaning up. Pip ulted and we won the team fight. That is really the thing with this, especially if you've got a team like a Mega Potion Pip and a Ying, is you are really annoying to get rid of because you're constantly ticking them if you've got your F up, and you can really do this sort of thing where you zone people away. That Ceres also insta-teleported, well, just F there. That did root him, but it didn't really do much. The right click throughout there, just sort of, yeah, buy time, deal damage. That's really the thing you're doing with this. Got absolutely blasted there by pretty much all of them. My positioning here has been pretty rough, but today's the first day I've had energy out of like the past couple, which is why I'm maybe a little bit more energetic in this video than usual. There goes the Ceres. We actually got the root there from the setup. We also got rid of the Grover. None of them have resilience. I guess they're finally buying it. I just saw the Grover pick it up because of that ult. That's a Ceres ult. We're fine. That's only going to pull a decoy, but what I was trying to say is it surprises me that they've only now just picked up resilience because we have a lot of CC that's going to be really annoying, specifically like ults and stuff. I could go for my ult here. I don't know if it really makes sense. I guess we can try and do some him. They're probably going to go into the F, right? I guess he's just going to ult. Nearly got the F. I wish I played that timer a little bit better, but we are still alive here. Grover got feared. Definitely have quite a bit of CC here is what I was trying to say. Aside from the Ying, we'll up the right click here. Miss the Sky entirely. There's an F. Kazumi ult just kind of massive. We'll push the Grover here. I do have the F, but I don't know where the Sky went. I'm getting ticked from Summon, just the F kind of throwing me off. Pop the F here and then push in. Really one of the things I love about NYX is how good she is at just sort of zoning and being super annoying and tanking damage, especially with the F if you've got healers like a Pip and a Ying. They really notice, I think, the F setup specifically, and because you're getting Cronus and everything. You're doing your whole thing of being annoying and delaying quite often. Did that sentence make sense? I feel like it kind of did. Grover's just chilling here. There's an F. I'm stunned. I think we can still get rid of him, right? Maybe the tick damage will do it. No, if we hold him off, honestly, I'm fine with that. I just pop the F again. Did I not have it up? Did I not get the animation? I'm just like completely bugged in right now, I think. Yeah, I guess I didn't have it up. For some reason, I thought I already had the F and I popped it. Did it just not work? I don't know. Jump and F. I did got the movement there, but it didn't go off. Playing the role of being super annoying and playing that front line. They're not really going over the top like at all. They're pretty much just playing that front line, and I'm there to try and soak up damage while the team does other stuff. Do kind of want to play up front again, but I have to sit on the point because the team isn't doing it. If I push up too much, we'll try and just zone them here again. I think they are going around a little bit more now. I did pop the F that time successfully. We'll throw the Q here, wait for a big heal. Okay, throw that over there. Of course, after I said that they were all just playing the front the entire time, they've actually separated. It seems to be less effective, but yeah, the one thing with this is if you go for the talent, you do have to play the F timer and actually know when to activate it. When you don't have the talent, you never really bother unless you need to get the pull and a bit of extra damage, but yeah, trying to know when to go for the root with this is a little bit tough, and I'm not used to playing with a talent at all. I'm eventually dead. I'm still doing my job here. I think I've done really quite well on NYX so far. We'll get more Chronos and more Rejuvenate. The ultra standard item set for Chronos, Nimble, Rejuvenate, and Haven. Seems like we won this one though, 350 to 200. A really good showcase, but I definitely could have played better. I feel like I always have that with NYX, where I never feel like I'm doing necessarily the optimal thing, unless I'm taking the entire team and just punching away like that. She hits pretty hard. Pop the F, drop down, go for the ult. That was really bad. I didn't place myself where I wanted to, and the Lilith also ulted, but I guess we can try and get her out here. Kazumi's on her. That's an ult. Kazumi's still here. I tried to cover and do summon. I guess I just have to run, right? That is the Sky. Sky still on me. There's a root. Okay, I'm eventually dead. I will also say that without Nimble, she does feel pretty slow. She doesn't really have any movement, right? So you kind of need to grab it on her. We'll just throw the right click down here, go for the F, body through the Grover, punch away at the Sky here, hopefully tanking the damage and not missing too many shots. There's the root. That worked, but she is gone. Never mind, that's the Lilith dying. The Sky was on nothing, but is back up to full. The team has sort of fallen apart a bit. Hopefully we can still win this, because they could recover it. I thought we had it in the bag, but we're at 380 to 300. This is definitely a thing they could do to turn this back. We'll lob the right click down there and pop the F and try and push through here with the team. We're a little bit more grouped now. Lilith is really far up. I'm just going to keep slapping away to get rid of one of them. There goes the Ying. Nice. It's just the Ceres and the Sky left. She's here somewhere. I'm just going to F. Right click. Yep, she's gone. Pip ult. We got it. I was worried we were going to lose that one there. Pretty decent showcase for it. I could have died way less. I could have dumped more damage there for sure. But 82k against a team like that, it's actually highest damage that game as well. I'll happily walk away with. We also just overall, I think, played with the team kind of well. Also, yeah, for some reason I feel like I should point it out, because I only noticed here in the stats screen, they have 4 supports on their sides. I don't know how I didn't pick up on that earlier, but it's because they were all kind of doing the hybrid thing. I didn't really notice. Alright, so for game 2 we've got an Onslaught Primal Court. This could be a much better situation than our last game. If Grok goes for like a speed heal setup, that should work really well. I'm also not going to go for the talent, because I want to play this a little bit more how I usually would, and I feel like the talent, at least for the way I play her, doesn't really mesh, because then I have to pay more attention to the timing. And yeah, just goes against the way I want to play this. We've got Koga, Willow, and Eevee there as well. Then for their side, a Maeve, Ray, Lilith. Again, Betty and an Omen. Show Force though, and then the setup, and then classic Kronos and Nimble. I pretty much always go Kronos and Nimble, Rejuvenate Haven. Sometimes I get Resilience if you need to. Shouts out there to our Koga and also Eevee. We've got Wormhole, Nice Shade, Adrenaline Junkie, Umbral, Controlled Fury is interesting. Extension, Cat Burglar, and whatever the Lilith grabs. Is he going for the setup? He's going for Spirit's Domain. Of course, occasionally you do want to activate the F a little bit early if you want to get it on cooldown faster. Mainly, I would say, they were just running in here and dying. Grok with the setup can actually heal for a crazy amount, although the indicator on the F still does really throw me off. The fact that the F works is pretty much a reveal. The duration obviously is the same. You're not buffing that out at all, but yeah, especially with the extra range, it's really easy to just take like half the team without even thinking about it and just see where everybody is. And also B, it's kind of annoying in general with NYX. Pop the F hits, kind of push up a little bit. You also have got really good range on your base hits, way more than a lot of other people I think realize, like when they're going against the NYX. You think she's like kind of melee like a term, but you can actually hit for like full damage actually, or you know, sort of like lower damage really quite easily at most ranges, especially on a map like this. Hello, Maeve, we'll just punch away at her. She is gone. If I can just land the shots, there we go. Grok is, you know, definitely doing his job here on heals. As a right click, we hit the Ray. She's kind of annoying in this one, but see what I mean? You can sort of always punch people as long as you're relatively close. The Betty Q is actually way less annoying because she's gone for the talent. I didn't think I noticed it, but there's a few times she's thrown it down, I've been really close, and because of the time it takes to start actually dealing any damage, I can usually get far enough away, even if I'm like slowed a little bit. It's really weird. I could go for the ult. I think I'm just going to take my death here though. I killed the Betty somehow. I can sort of see the Ray because of the reveal. That was a really good showcase for it actually. Sort of just sitting behind the Omen here. There's the right click to root him, especially with this talent. I feel like you have a ton of CC. It's a little bit more, I think, annoying than the F being able to root. I think just being able to constantly throw out that right click, which stops people for like a second. Also, this game might be a little bit mismatched. I don't know. I'm dead. I should have also done someone else there. We'll get more Kronos. I'll just max it out for the sake of the video. There's a hit on her. Okay, I guess I'll just keep slapping away. Yeah, just more punches. There's an F. I don't know really what the team's doing on their side. Don't know also why it's taking me this long to realize in this match, but they don't have a tank. I'm playing the setup that works really well against tanks without a tank. I'm going to go for my ult here. Grok asked me to. Does it go through ceilings? I guess it does. For some reason I never noticed that on NYX. That's weird. Don't know if it goes down at all, but I never realized it went up. I don't think it goes down. Like if you're up here, it won't hit them on the bottom, but for some reason if you're on like the bottom part of it, you will actually hit them above you, which is really weird. But at least, you know, something like that just happened. I don't know. I will say the difference on it between no Kronos and Kronos 3 is kind of ridiculous. Your uptime just feels completely different. I feel like I pretty much always have the F and the right click when I got Kronos 3. Even 2 is kind of the same thing, but yeah, 3 for some reason that 10%, that last little bit at the end, it makes a really big difference too. It's being able to constantly spam your entire kit. The pacing on it just sort of works with NYX. I don't know. Don't know if it's just me liking NYX more than most people. I don't really see her that much, and especially after she got nerfed, I've seen her less. And even the F, if I remember correctly, got 2 seconds added onto it, but I still think she's in a pretty decent spot. She's definitely a little bit more jank than some of the other tanks, and not necessarily as strong. I don't know if in a tier list I'd put her like super high, but in casual games like an Onslaught like this, you really do add up the damage, and you feel like you make a really big difference. That Mavel is like completely ignorable just because I hit F and I've got the entire team revealed, as long as I'm like, you know, kind of close to him, which is the only person I can hit anyway. That was a proper sentence. I don't know. Maeve's gone. There goes the team is just shredding here. I don't know what's going on in the chat. GG Grok, 0 heal. We are doubling their score. I don't usually go for veteran, but the game's kind of over at this point. There goes the Maeve, and there is the victory. Don't actually know what the right way would be to word it because it still works really well against teams like the ones we've had in this video, but it just feels like you're doing a little bit more, maybe getting a little bit more damage against a tank or two. I think specifically 2 tanks, it's kind of ridiculously effective compared to a normal setup. I guess I could say we technically underperformed a bit, but that's a weird way also to word it. We shredded there, 18,363k, top damage there again by quite a bit. I'll happily walk away with that. A weird match for sure there. Omen wasn't really here. A few of the other people were also playing kind of weird. Our team was also a little bit strange, but sort of worked. Hopefully at some point the setup picks up a little bit of popularity and people start to use it. I do still understand why the right-click setup is maybe a little bit more popular and maybe a little bit better even in a lot of scenarios, but this setup I think for a lot of people in a lot of matches is going to be really effective, and yeah, it makes NYX maybe a little bit better at the thing of being annoying, because it makes your F significantly more annoying than it is with this sort of setup, but it is shifting out quite a bit, so yeah, I get it. So yeah, go out and play it, give it a shot. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Of course, I'll see you guys all very, very soon, and as always, stay frosty.